Hello and welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator. Hopefully you are having a wonderful day today. It is a beautiful day here in northern Utah. We got some sun and some blue skies today, which we haven't had in quite a few weeks. Still cold as balls. High today's like a 30, mid 30s. Low tonight's going to be in the teens, but at least it is sunny and not gray. And at least it's not currently snowing, so that's always a big plus. Let's get into our email. Let's see what we have going on for today. Let's go with this email first. It says, "Hi, are you available for a job? Would you be able to build me a new computer? Have you heard of Sailaway, the sailing simulator? I want to play that. I like nice and shiny new components. I'm a total Seagate fanboy." So, a budget of $4,250 to play Sailaway at minimum spec. I have a feeling we're going to be able to build a really nice computer for that budget. But let's go ahead and accept that one. Let's see, some of these, I know there's some up here. Let's do a repair. This one says, hey, my name's Chuck Sharp. If you were around back in the old days of DOS gaming, yes, I'm a dinosaur. You might remember me as that Grumpy Git from PC Madness magazine. It was a great gig, but I kind of fell out of touch with the gaming scene after the mag closed down. Anyway, I stumbled across this PC someone was throwing out the other day and figured, what the hell? Might as well see what games are like these days, right? So I lugged it home and tried to boot it up, but it's in a bit of a state. I'm no tech monkey, and honestly, I haven't touched the inside of a PC since the 90s, so I've got no idea what's wrong with it, but it keeps turning itself off. You sort it out for me. Thanks, mate, Chuck. So he wants us to fix this old PC he found laying around somewhere. So let's go ahead and accept that one. Maybe we can get this old fella back into some gaming. And then this one, let's see, this one is due tomorrow. So let's do this one as well. It says, I hear you work with computers. I used to build my own PCs, but I don't have time anymore. Can you help? Please, can you overclock the CPU to 4350 megahertz? On my GPU to run at 1571 megahertz. That's incredibly specific right there. Do you think you could do that all by tomorrow? I heard you guys put used parts in PCs. Please don't do that. Arctic components are meant to be the bomb. So a budget of $2250 to overclock the CPU and the GPU. Pretty sure we can make that happen. Let's go ahead and accept that one. All right, so let's go back to this. Oh, not that one. This one here. The Sailaway sailing simulator build. Let's pull up Will It Run. Let's find Sailaway. There it is. So minimum spec an i5 6500 and a GTX 1050. For their budget of $4,250, we can definitely build them a much nicer computer than that. So I'm going to step away. I'm going to get some parts put in the cart for this build, and I will be right back. All right, so for this sailing simulator build, we're going to go with the Gigabyte X299 motherboard, a Intel i9-7980XE, GamerStorm 360mm AIO, 4 sticks of Corsair Vengeance. It is 8 gig, 3200 megahertz, a Gigabyte RTX 2070 Super in white, an ADATA M.2 drive. It is 2 terabytes, 4 terabyte Seagate Barracuda, 520 watt Silverstone power supply in white, an EVGA DG77 in white, and based on the specs of this case, I want to throw some extra fans in it, so we're going with some InWin Polaris RGB fans. So definitely a much better build than what the minimum spec was that they were looking at getting. So let's go to this other build. Which one was it? This one here for overclocking. Let me step away, get some parts for this one put in the cart, and I will be right back. All right, so for this overclocking build, we're going to go with the Asus Prime X470 Pro motherboard, a Ryzen 7 2700X, an Arctic Freezer 33 Esports Edition, 2 sticks of G-Skill Sniper, 8 gig 3600 megahertz, an Asus Strix RX Vega 56, Patriot Viper 2 terabyte M.2 drive, a 3 terabyte Seagate Barracuda, 550 watt EVGA power supply. We're going to put that in the NZXT S340 Elite in black and red to kind of go along with the red for Ryzen or AMD. All right, so let's go ahead and buy everything for next day delivery. Let's go into our day. We can get in our repair as well as all of our parts, and we can get our build on. Maybe the game's thinking about it. There we go. Let's go to work. Must be another PC Bay thing I purchased. All right, let's get these things put up on workbenches. Let's put this one over here and this one in the middle. Let's get our names right. Let's see, a Kingsley goes with this one, and Duffill, Carl Duffill goes with that one. All right, let's see if we can figure out what's wrong with this dumpster PC this guy got. It's definitely filthy. Let's start off with some make you go deaf compressed air. See if we can get this dust and filth out of here. I mean, the dust kind of stops right here. It makes you wonder if this thing was like in a flood or something. Where the water level was just kind of sitting here, making this thing gross. All right, let's take this other side of the case off. Looks pretty clean. Let's see if it powers up. See if we get any kind of error. Nothing. Well, let's get a USB drive in it. Oops. Let's put some software on here. Let's put a virus scanner on it. It's definitely slow. Way slow. Let's also... maybe we'll put OCCT on there just to see if we're getting any kind of errors with the CPU. Oh my gosh, this thing is slow. What the heck? Let's put 3D Mark on there. While we're installing stuff, we may as well install everything we need all at once, since it's obviously going to take a little while when we restart it. Yeah, definitely nothing right off the bat is throwing any kind of errors. Let's run a virus scanner first. There's definitely a bunch of infected files. Let's go ahead and clean that up. Still saying diagnose problem. Let's start this up and see if it causes it to crash. Could be a thermal paste issue. Might be something very simple. I mean, this thing's running cool as a cucumber right now. Ah, interesting. All right, so I'm going to run a 3D Mark. I'm not going to make you guys have to sit through it, because look at how slow this is running. So as soon as, hopefully it'll blue screen, maybe give me some sort of an error so we kind of can figure out what's going on. But as soon as it's done, I will come right back. Well, we didn't get a blue screen, but we did get possibly one of the worst Time Spy 3D Mark scores. I've seen 1962, but while it was running at its measly, like, I mean, CPU test at 5 FPS, graphics tests between 11 and 14. This is definitely not a good gaming rig, but this fan here is not spinning, so I'm wondering if that is what's causing the issue. Let's pop this fan out. That wasn't even the right thing to unplug, was it? I think I unplugged that top fan. Let's plug that back in. Oh, or not. There's nowhere to plug that thing in. Oh, let's take a look here. Case fans. Looks like it was a Mortoni Heataway 120. Let's get rid of that thing. I think I've got some in my inventory here, so let's pop another one in. We can cable it up. I didn't check this top one. Let's see if that top one... Yep, the top one's spinning. Looks like that was the problem. But I would say the real problem is that this PC is so underpowered, there's no way anybody could legitimately game on this thing. Unless you're playing some seriously old and not very intensive games. Let's get this case put back together. We can pop this turd out in the hallway. Maybe he'll get back with us and want us to build him a new PC so he has something that he can actually game on. Well, let's take this case apart. Let's get this thing started here. Let's grab our motherboard. This one's getting the Asus Prime X470. Get this thing installed. Let's get it ready for a CPU, RAM, and we will get the M.2 drive put in it as well. Let's do that first. It's getting this Patriot Viper 2 terabyte drive. It's nice when things fit. Let's go ahead and pop the 3 terabyte Seagate Barracuda in here just while we're doing that. Fits this PC, it'll save us some scrolling time. We'll get our 2700X installed, and we will get our memory installed as well, which is this G-Skill Sniper X in black. Make sure we grab the new one, not the used one. Looks really nice in there. Alright, let's get some thermal paste on here. And we will go ahead and install the CPU cooler, which is the Arctic Freezer 33 Esports Edition in red. All right. Get this ready for its graphics card. Scroll down here. It is the Asus Strix Vega 56. We'll get that installed. Let's go ahead and get the power supply in here. There's the Supernova. Oh, can't do it yet. Forgot. Got to take the mounting ring off. All right, now we can get the Supernova 550 watt power supply installed. Let's go ahead and put that PSU mount back on there. Okay. I think we are ready to cable this guy up. Do some red cables. Do these plastic red cables. Go along with our AMD red build here. Get everything cabled up. Before I power it on, let's put a USB drive in it. Now let's power it on. We can hop into the BIOS. Make sure our XMP is turned on. Get the most out of that fast RAM. Make sure we're booting from the right drive, and we will go ahead and let this sucker start up. Nice and fast. May want to change that lighting. I don't really want any purple light. So let's put our lighting app on real quick. And we can make a couple of lighting adjustments. Alright. Where is that even lit up? Oh, there it is. I didn't see that. Okay, yeah, we'll change that too. Let's select those. Let's go to red. Red. There we go. Much better. All right, let's get this case put back together. We didn't have to overclock anything because we were able to find all the parts we needed. That met the requirements. Get our PCI lock back on here. And we can go ahead and get our glass side panel put on. I think that turned out pretty nice. I'm not going to complain. Let's get this thing out in the hall and we can start working on this. I'm going to call it an all-white build because I think basically everything I'm putting in here is white. Let's get this whole case taken apart. Get all this. Let's get these fans out of the way because we've got a 360mm AIO going in the front. Let's get this fan out of here. Get this top and this other side panel off. I think we fully disassembled this case. Oh, not yet. We need to take this off too. All right. Let's get our motherboard in. This nice Gigabyte X299 motherboard. Not exactly white, but it is close, I would say. Let's get this thing ready for RAM, CPU, and its M.2 drive. Let's see. Excuse me. Maybe we'll put the M.2 there. Well, let's see where it fits. Let's get this A data. Yep, it fits right there. Perfect. All right, let's get our CPU in. The i9-7980XE. Get that locked down. Let's get our RAM in here. This 4 sticks of Corsair Vengeance RGB in white. Get these in the right slots here. Okay. Like our GPU is going to go right there. Before we do that, let's get some thermal paste on here and let's go ahead and get our CPU cooler on. It's this GamerStorm Captain, also in white. Even the radiator attached to it has been painted a nice shade of white. Okay. We bought some case fans. In the last episode, I also bought some case fans and forgot to even put them in the dang computer. If you noticed that in the last episode, good for you. I totally forgot. But I'm going to put them in on this episode. Gotta find them all. These in-win RGB fans. We got one more to go in here. Guess they're basically down at the bottom. Let's get that one installed. Okay, I think we are ready for our graphics card, which is also white, the Gigabyte RTX 2070 Super in white. We also have a white power supply, which is the Silverstone 520 watt. And I think we need to put a Seagate Barracuda 4 terabyte drive on here as well. Okay, let's disconnect all these cables that auto-cabled themselves, and we can start putting this case back together a little bit. Let's start with the PSU mount. No, we're not ready for that, cables. Let's get the back panel on. And now they can connect themselves. Let's get the... Let's see, did the top panel have a dust filter? I don't think it did. I think this dust filter was for the front. And then we've got the front panel. Then we can get this side panel on. Oh, can I get this PCI lock on? Dang it. Should have put that on before I put this. Please don't connect. Okay. Get the PCI lock on. These auto cables, they're nice, but sometimes they're not nice. Let's get the back panel put on. Let those things plug themselves in for like the 30th time now. How we can get this see-through side panel on. There we, oh, no, we can't do that. Why did I do that? We've still got to cable this up. What am I doing? What the heck am I doing? Let's get some white cables. See how these look. These look pretty good. Get everything cabled up. We've got all these fans. Okay, now we're cabled up. Got a little ahead of myself there. We can put this side panel back on. We can power this bad boy up. Hop into the BIOS. We can make sure our XMP's turned on. Make sure we're going to boot to the right drive. Before we let this thing boot up, let's get our USB in there. We're going to change some colors. Let's go ahead and let the operating system get installed. Put our lighting app on real quick. Let's select all the things except for the Razer keyboard. Let's make it all this color. Oh, yeah. I like that. That is a good looking build. I'm happy with the way that turned out. All right. Let's go put this out in the hallway. We can collect some money now. Get that out of our way. Let's collect this one. Let's collect the repair. And we'll come down here and we will collect that really nice build we just made. All right. Got some new parts available. We got the i9-7980X and the 9820X. And some daily deals. All right. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified as soon as one of my videos goes live. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next episode.